Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth. We got a little bit of rain. It will taper off. We're going to be about 65 to 69 or 70 or so today. Tomorrow, we get back down into the 50s for a couple of days. And I do want to mention before we do anything else here, early 7 o'clock hour, it is Veterans Day today, Cande.
It is, and we honor each and every veteran.
Yeah, very much so. Yesterday, I'd say Saturday and Sunday, there were a lot of parades over the weekend in different towns.
Oh, yeah. I did see some of them.
Yep. Big one in my town yesterday. And a lot of people taking part, and I'm sure a bunch more today. But a big day, and thank you to all the veterans who have served and, continue to serve this great country.
Absolutely. You know what I loved? I haven't flown, as you know, since before the pandemic, except, I went to Florida last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever it is now. They say if you're a vet, you can board early. And I love that. And I flew there on United and I flew back on JetBlue, and they both had the same thing. So I love to see that.
And then there's Cande standing up saying, well,
My
I have a dog.
father was a vet.
I thought you were going to go the route. I have a dog I take care of. That makes me a vet. I'd like to board early. Thank you. Her name is Tilly. That is a very nice thing. What airline was that?
Both. I flew there on United and back on JetBlue, and they both did it. And I thought that's wonderful.
Very good. I used to love flying JetBlue to Vegas. I love that airline,
It was orderly, perfectly fine, not one little snafu. And
All
United
right.
was fine too. United gave free headphones. JetBlue charged.
Oh, I see.
Just want to say that.
Well, I don't mind airlines charging because most people, 99.9999%, will have their own headphones, AirPods, things like that. They have their own devices. A lot of people are not needing the airline headphones, if you follow me, Cande. I'm sorry.
I do follow you. I didn't bring my AirPods. I wouldn't know how to hook it up to the TV in the seat of the airplane. I would have needed help to do that.
Yeah, I don't know if you can.
I don't know if you can or can't. I didn't bring them anyway. I'm just saying.
I think most people just using their own devices at this point, but
A lot
okay.
of people got them on the flight coming back. Yeah, people had one. I was so tired, I shut my eyes. I didn't care what happened till we landed. I was just like, I'm going to rest right here.
But very good. Before we get into more of Cande, she had a lot going on. I do want to mention for Veterans Day, there's a bunch of places, more than just what I'm about to say. There's like 80 or 90 places, but Starbucks, Dunkin', IHOP, Applebee's, Chili's, Buffalo Wild Wings, just to name a few, like that give away free meals, free coffee, there's a lot of stuff today.
A lot. Yes,
Yeah.
Take advantage of it. You deserve it.
Absolutely. Now, Cande had a very busy weekend. I saw some... listen, there's a lot of people who identify with you. You are a grandmother, a bubby, as you like to call yourself.
I'm bubby.
There are a lot of listeners who come up to us all the time talking about it, and you sent me pictures of your beautiful granddaughter yesterday. What a day you had.
I had a lovely day with her. Now, I told her her new love is snowmen. And I bought her one that blows up. It's really cute. It's only 3 feet tall. And you saw a picture of she loves this snowman. She kept running over and hugging it. His name is Frosty, of course. And
Of course.
We watched Frosty the snowman, and she is such a funny kid, and I just had the greatest time with her. And she, at one point, ran up to me, gave me a big hug, and said, "I love you, Bubby." And I started to cry. That's right.
She is a beautiful little girl.
She is. Love her.
And now that she's closing in on 2 years and 2 months, I think back because that's how old Leah was when we had Abigail. And I think back to what Leah was like at that point in her life, about 2 years and 2 months, and it's the cutest. It is so adorable.
Adorable. Oh,
Yeah.
the things that she says. And I kept saying, oh my goodness. And then she's running around the house going, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. She sings. She's delightful. She says, thank you and please. We ate. She had some carrots. She said, more carrots, please. I mean, I can't love her any more than I already do. I'm not capable because I'm bursting.
Very polite. She's very polite. I love it.
She's a lovely. They're raising a lovely little girl, and
All right.
that's it.
Big question for you.
Yeah.
Did you get to Casey, your son Casey? Did you get to his house while the Giant game was still on?
Yes, it went into overtime when I got there.
All right. I texted you.
You did. And I texted you back.
You did. I'm curious, though. Take the temperature for me of what was going on when the Giants were losing that football game. He must have been beside himself, your son.
He has just, when you throw in the towel, he's
Yes.
just like, and I said, well, it went into overtime. He's like, Mom, please, they're not going to win.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He posted this thing on Instagram about Giant fans and, what they were feeling, which was kind of funny. Listen, it's 2-8. It's disgraceful. I don't know what to say. Your text was hilarious. You said Brian Daboll and what's his name, the quarterback, that they shouldn't have a job by the time they land back here. And I don't disagree. I don't know what the problem is. I really don't.
So the Giants are famous for, and by the way, to their credit, the owners are really committed and family people and all that. The Giants are famous for not making too many changes mid-season. They usually wait till the end of the season. But yes, I
have
thought
a newsflash for them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's the end of the season for them.
I thought Brian Daboll should have been fired on the flight back to Newark, New Jersey. Honestly.
But may I say, he looks fabulous. He lost a lot of weight. He looks great.
He lost a lot of weight. Now, we're going to have to get a little dirty here on football. We're going to have to get knee-deep into football because Daniel Jones, I believe, is going to be benched for other guys to see if they could, play.
Yes, and he hasn't really been benched yet.
I think you're going to see that next week. I have a feeling.
And I'll continue to watch. I mean, they are my team, although now I'm a Kansas City fan, as you know.
Of course, yes. But listen, Brian, and again, don't want to get too deep into this, but I will tell you, Brian Daboll has had his opportunity. His name, at this point, is
mud.
Well, it's not what Brian. The name Brian Daboll doesn't mean what it did 3-4 years ago.
No.
By the way, the reason he was hired is because what he did with Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills as an offensive coordinator. Cande, the Buffalo Bills have been doing just fine without him the last number of years. Mm-hmm. There's it's time to go, revamp, just call it a day.
I mean 2-8.
It's just a brutal situation. You need new blood. You need a new voice in the locker room.
I don't know what's going on, and I don't know what happened. Did the Jets even play? I don't even know what's going on.
The Jets played the 4:30 game.
And how'd they do?
They were in Arizona and got demolished.
Oh.
Just destroyed.
All right, let's go on to Kansas City. How did they do?
My beautiful Kansas City Chiefs, my Taylor Swift football team, Cande.
Yes.
They are now 9-0 after yesterday.
Whoa. Taylor, may I speak to Taylor privately here for just a second?
Sure.
I don't think you need to wear a Versace suit to go to the game. I think you were a little overdressed yesterday.
Nice afternoon fall day in Kansas City. Nothing wrong with that.
She looked fine. Mm-hmm. But when I'm thinking of going to football games, I'm thinking of a little more casual look. Maybe
all right.
Nuts.
Yeah, well, look, the two of you lead different lives, you and Taylor.
That's for sure. But she looked very nice.
By the way, the Kansas City Chiefs should have lost. They played horribly. They blocked a field goal with no time left, and they won the game. That's how they
Yep. So here we are. What week is it now?
We're going into week 11 of the season.
It's been really painful.
And by the way, Thanksgiving, the afternoon game, like right around dinner time, 4:30, is Giants-Cowboys. How bad is that going to be? Yeah.
It's going to be bad. I don't even know that I'll watch. I don't want indigestion. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, pretty atrocious.
I don't want to be sickened by what I see.
Yeah. So anyway...
I'm not abandoning them. They'll always be my team. I will watch their stupid games, but Lord have mercy, they're awful.
They're bad, and the Jets are not any better, and it's finished, and it's over.
The Jets, I get actually pleasure out of hearing how bad they are, because I hate Aaron Rodgers, as we know.
Agreed. Yeah, he's done too. End of this year, he's going to be out the door.
Honestly, limp off the field and say goodnight.
Yeah, it's time to move on. Both football teams not.
People are yelling
good.
at the radio at me right now. You know that, right?
No, both football teams, and if you're a true fan of both teams, you know it's time to strip them down and start over.
Strip them down.
Yeah, you got to start over.
All
right, plenty to do. We have some more Veterans Day stuff for you. I'm going to talk to you about the new trend in colleges, and it's something you wouldn't expect, and it involves parents. We're going to get to it. Mm-hmm. We're going to tell you something that Mattel, the toy company, did that was not good. Promoted a website to a lot of families they should not have been promoting. Yeah. We'll tell you some stats on content consuming and how much people are consuming and the good and bad and all that stuff. Plenty to do. You're Bald and the Beautiful at 8:12. National Day's Good News Stories, late 8 o'clock hour. Veterans Day. We love our veterans. And we're going to have this rain taper off, be 65 to 70 today. Let's hit the roads. My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.